Hello, and welcome to St. John's Lutheran Church in Hudson, North Carolina. Tonight, we will be covering our church protocol and guidelines for when we regather and open the church. Before we start, let's go over some miscellaneous items. Church will start at 9:30 a.m. Sunday school will follow around 10:30 a.m. You are encouraged to come early to allow extra time for the check-in process. Masks are mandatory, no exceptions. If you are sick or have cold-like symptoms, please stay at home. We will use social distancing, keeping 6 feet apart from each other, inside and outside the church. No social gathering or physical contact with each other. Each person will be required to have their temperature taken and check in upon entering the church. Once inside the church and seated, please do not get up to go and socialize with others. You are welcome to wave at each other from your seat. Restrooms will be open. They will be cleaned after each usage. If you do not feel comfortable coming to church, that is fine. We will continue to send out our church video services through email, or we will have copies of our service on DVD that we can get to you. Please keep in mind these protocol and guidelines put in place by the Church Council are for the well-being and safety of our church family and guests. All members will be expected to abide by these guidelines so that we may continue to worship. We're now making our way to the lift on the side of the church. The lift will be operational for those who need it. An usher will be present to assist you and operate the lift, helping you get in and out. Please do not operate the lift yourself. Moving on to the entrance and exit points of the church. We will enter and exit through the front doors of the church. If you need assistance, an usher will be out front to help you. Please do not use any other doors as they will be locked. As you start to enter the church, an usher will be outside to take each person's temperature. Temperatures must be under 100 degrees to enter the church. Moving into the narthex. After your temperature is checked, you will enter into the narthex. An usher will check you in. This helps us keep a record of who has attended each service for contact tracing purposes. After check-in, you will see a table with the following items on it. An offering plate to place your offering in. A communion kit with wine and wafer to take to your seat and partake at the point of the service when we celebrate Holy Communion. Please take one per person. Baskets for disposal of communion cups will be located in the center of each pew. Hand sanitizers and masks are also available, as well as prayer request cards. Bulletins will be placed in each pew for use and will not be distributed as we normally do in the narthex. Please take bulletins home for disposal after service. Please keep the line moving upon entrance as others are trying to enter as well. Please no social gathering in the narthex.
An usher will escort each person or family to their seats. Please be patient and wait on the usher to be seated. The back pew will be marked for handicap use only. You will notice that every other pew will be roped off to help us practice social distancing. Please do not take down any of these roped off areas. We will fill the pews from the front of the church to the back of the church. Please note that the pew that you use may not be available.
We are truly grateful for this opportunity to regather. Things will be very different but we will be appreciative of being able to see one another in person again here at church. I'm thankful for the leadership here at St. John's and the work that they continue to do. Just a few things to share with you about worship. We will not sing hymns, we will listen to the hymns instead. Communion will be picked up as you come in and kept at your seat until the time of the consecration. That way, we won't be getting up to come to the front to receive communion and then go back to our seats. We'll simply receive communion in the pew. Then, as the service, the service will be a little bit different. The bulletin will be shorter than it has before. I don't think anyone would probably have any complaints about a shorter service. But we want to let you know that we're keeping the service reverent and purposeful, and we want to make sure that everyone remains as safe as they possibly can be during this particular time. Again, we are grateful for the opportunity to gather again in person. We look forward to seeing you.
Exiting after the service. Once the service is over, please wait for an usher to release each pew. We will exit the pews from the back of the church to the front of the church. The usher will release one pew at a time, alternating pew to pew. Please wait for the usher to notify you when to get up and exit.
It seems like there are a lot of changes that are going to take place when we regather at the church, and there are. It's not our normal service, but for now it's the new normal. We ask that you are patient and understanding in following these protocols and guidelines. Let's be thankful for the opportunity to regather. If you have any questions, you can contact Charlie Downs or any other council member. Keep in mind, no matter what, through all of this, let's continue to glorify God. The peace of the Lord be with you always. Go in peace, serve the Lord. Thanks for joining us.